Hey everybody, it's Imogen. Welcome back to Colouring Kid. I just want to mention before I get into this video, well, as you probably can see from the title, I am showing you what I'm taking to America, and I just wanted to mention that I won't be on YouTube for about 3 weeks because I'll be away. I'm planning to vlog some of my adventures in America, probably because I'm having a day in Disney, a day in Universal, and then I'm going to Michael's when I'm in Canada for the last part of the trip. So we'll probably see some hauls and things, and I've got a lot of videos planned for when I get back. So this is my final video before I go away, but I thought it was quite a good one to do, seeing as it ties in with my holiday. So, unfortunately this year with luggage and everything on the plane, I'm limited with my hand luggage to only 10 kilograms, which isn't very much, and at the moment my bag weighs about 8.5, which is okay. It was 10.2, so I've taken some stuff out. It just means I'm going to have to be quite careful with things that I buy and try and take as much as I can in a separate bag, so we will see, but I'm just going to get started. So I have been using these suitcases for a while. They're not that big, they're not, like, if it's kind of the length of my arm, but they're perfect for hand luggage, and this is where I'm taking my stuff. So I'm going to start with this bag. This is what I will actually have. So what I'm doing is, because it's hand luggage, I'm taking it on the plane with me, and then when I want to get my stuff out, because I'll probably want to colour on the plane, I can just take this bag out and that's everything that I will need. It just means that I'm not having to faff around and unzip stuff and get things out, so it will just mean it's a lot easier. So in here I have my phone. I need to get my charger as well, actually. I've got my purse. I haven't got my money in here at the moment, but I need to put that in. I've got my pencil wrap, and the reason I've got this is one that my Uncle Jim and Auntie Len actually got me. But the reason, it's so hard to undo stuff one-handed. The reason I've got this is because I don't want them in a pencil case, and then if they fall out, I might not get them back on the plane. So I thought this would be a better option because they're not gonna slide out. It's gonna be fine. So these are the colours that I'm using for my picture in the flower year. So I've got that. And then in the pencil case, instead of having it overflowing with pencils, I've then got my tools in here for the page. So I've got the colours written down, so I know what's what. I've got my Tagall sharpener in there. Don't know why that's in there. I forgot to put it back. I've got my Derwent battery eraser. And again, I need to take one of these pens out. I don't know why I've got two. These are the hybrid gel pens. I've got the blending stumps that I got the other day, which I'm using quite a lot instead of blenders. And to go along with that, I've just got some cotton buds. This pencil needs to go in the pencil wrap. And then I've got a Faber-Castell rubber pencil, a buff titanium Caran d'Ache, and a Prisma blender. So that's everything that I've got in there. So I'm just going to put these back. And then I have the book that I'm planning on, well, starting to read. I've got 4 books that I'm taking with me on holiday, and this is one of them, The Weight of 1,000 Feathers by Brian Connigan. And I've seen this, and it was only in hardback, and obviously because I haven't read it, I tend to get paperbacks, so I'm looking forward to reading this. It's quite thick as well, and I've been wanting it for a while. And then the last thing, of course, is, oops, if I can actually get it out. Is the flower. Yeah, I figured this would be a good one to have a whip in, seeing as it's a hardback. It's easy, if I have to, it's easy to have on my lap to colour. And the pages I'm working on are these two. So I've almost finished this one, but I knew I would finish it and then I'd have nothing to do. So on this page, on my stream yesterday, I started these coltsfoot flowers and the primroses. And also on this page we have the daisies as before. So these pages are going to tie together quite nicely. This one's going to take a lot longer, I think, because it's much more detailed. But I'm kind of glad that I've got this one started as well, because I'm kind of sick of just doing the green, even though it's very relaxing. I wanted something else to do. So they are the pages that I'm working on in there. And I'm definitely not going to finish that page, even though the journey is about 10 hours. Okay, now on to what's in the main bit of my bag. So here, I bought this from Superdry on Sunday, and although it's meant to be a makeup bag, I thought it would be perfect for colouring, obviously, because even though I have makeup stuff, everything for me is linked to colouring nowadays. So it's a really, really nice bag. It was half price, so it was about £7.50, and it's a really, really nice size. And I figured this literally doesn't weigh much. But I thought if I have any loose things, like loose pencils or pens or things that I buy, then it's better to put it in here so that they aren't loose, because they don't have too much space in my other pencil cases. And I don't want them getting mixed up and stuff, so I thought this would be good for any loose items that I buy. Okay, then we have my book where I write all of my completed pages down. And this is kind of my rough book. I use this to remember stuff and put things in, but I'm not taking my other book because it's just one other thing that I don't really need, and it's quite, it's not too heavy, but because it's hardback it just adds on a bit of weight. Here we've got my Fantastic Zoo colour palette book, and I'm actually thinking of not taking this because I can just write them down somewhere else. So I might not take this actually, because you know, it's a bit less weight that I need to take. Here I've got my swatch book, and the reason I've got this is so that I have paper to test my colours out and things, but then I also have this paper here in half, so that I can, well, folded in half, so that I can put it behind my pages so the ink doesn't go through. And then we have mein Spaziergang, Deutsch die Jahreszeiten. If you were on the stream yesterday, you saw that I completed the, if I can find it, the snowflake page. But I'm hoping in here to do some more of the summary pictures, seeing as it's summer and I'm on holiday. So I thought this is quite a nice size and it will be good for me to take. Okay, the next thing, I'm just going to move this. I'll show you that in a minute. Oops. So the last colouring book that I've got, so I'm only taking 3, which is a miracle for me, is Fantastic Zoo. And you may be wondering why I'm not taking World of Flowers or things like that. It's just, I'm not feeling it. And these are kind of the 3 main books that I've been working in the most. Oops, sorry for the shaky camera. I needed to adjust. So here I have completed lots of pages. Oops. But the other reason I wanted to take this is because my mum has it, and I don't know if she'll be watching this, but we've got one for Auntie as well, so that we can all colour in it together. And if you saw the video, I completed the reindeer, which is my Christmas in July page, and I'm saving the polar bear from actual Christmas. But I'm hoping to do a couple more pages in here since I've got the colour palette already sorted. And it should be quite a relaxing and fun one to do. Okay. Now onto the other books that I'm taking. So this one is The Game of Love and Death by Martha Brockenborough. And this looks really intriguing. I got it at a Oxfam bookshop. We have a really good Oxfam bookshop, and it's not an Oxfam it's literally an Oxfam bookshop, so it's all dedicated to books. And it reminds me of a book that I read ages ago called The School for Good and Evil, which was basically about the two sides. And this is kind of the same thing. And it looks really, really good. So I thought this one was good. It was £2. Then I have Dear Evan Hansen, and I got this at Waterstones, and I'm really excited about this because I knew there was a novel, but I didn't really know much about it because I've listened to some of their songs, and the musical looks really, really good, and I'm intrigued by this. So I'm looking forward to reading this. And then lastly, we have this book, which I had never seen before. It's called In Paris With You by Clémentine Beauvais. She's French. The other thing I forgot to mention is, oh my gosh. So these are the authors of the Dear Evan Hansen. I forgot to say that. But this is French, and it was translated from French. And it's all written in kind of a bitty style, and that's because all of it's poetry. So it's all written in a poetry form, and I think it's amazing that even though it's been translated, everything still rhymes. And this must have taken ages, and sorry, this story looks really, really good as well. So I am looking forward to this one, but I didn't want to take it on the plane just in case I finished it, because that would be terrible. So I'm going to enjoy that on holiday. I'm going to show you my pencil case last, but I've got these first. So here we have my other tools in my other Faber-Castell pencil case, in my other Joanna Basford pencil case. This is all of the main tools that I use that, even though I'm not using for that picture, they're still essential. I've got some cotton buds, a Faber-Castell sharpener, my Jelly Roll Glaze and my Jelly Roll Stardust, my Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen, a writing pen, silver gel pen, white gel pen. They're the Uniball ones. You have a rubber and some extenders, so this is quite important. And then in here we have, and I kind of like the fact that these are all smallish pencil cases because it makes everything really easy. Oh my gosh, can't open it. Well, you probably all know what's in here anyway. Here I just have all of my pencils that I use for Fantastic Zoo. So, that's those. And then finally, let's see if this will go on top. Okay, so this is my only pencil case that I'm taking. Sorry, I'm just sitting up. And the reason for that is because they're just so heavy. This is probably one of the things that's taking up most of the weight. But I needed to take some pencils, obviously. So I've accumulated all my pencils together and taken the ones out of the sets that I think are going to be beneficial to me and the ones that I'm going to use the most. So here I've taken a few greens. Some of them I'm using for the picture, so they're not in here. But greens and browny colours that I don't really have in other sets and that I use quite a lot on it, because I use green and brown quite a lot, so I thought, well, they'd be useful. And then I've got the two whites because they're actually really different, and I have got the Prismacolor one. I have got the other whites, but all the whites are slightly different for me and they're really good. So I'm just going to sit up so you can see. Here we have all of the pastel Holbeins. So there's 44 of them because in the pastel set you then get the 6 neons. And then here I've got, so in my pink case with my Faber-Castell pencils, I've taken out the ones that I use the most and are kind of the basic staple colours that I think are going to be useful. So I've got all of these ones here, lots of the purpley colours, some of the greens I'm using, and then they go to here. And then here I've got Prismacolors that I think are going to be the most useful. And then here I've got a couple of Supracolour pencils, a couple of Staedtler pencils, the greens, and a couple of Derwent Artist pencils. So they're just there at the back. So that is everything that I'm taking. I know it may look like a lot, and trust me, I'm proud of myself. This is probably the least amount of stuff that I have ever taken in terms of colouring stuff. But yeah, I think I've done pretty well, and I'm just really excited to go to America. The reason I am, because I am taking colouring stuff with me, and I think I'm going to have a lot more time towards the end of my holiday, but I am taking it because it's my hobby. You know, it's what I want to do with any spare time that I have. Obviously, I'm not going to colour every day. I'm not going to make it my main priority, because obviously going to America is such an amazing experience, and that's what I'm going to enjoy, you know, going to the different places. But this is what I will do with my spare time. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I know that I'm not going to be on YouTube, but I will try to answer comments if I can, but it probably costs me, I'm not sure if I'll be able to. But I just want to thank you if you have watched this video, and I will see you in 3 weeks. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I can't wait to tell you all about my adventures, and I will hopefully have vlogs up for you. So I'll see you later, guys. Bye.